Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is a very unusual video for me on this channel, but I'm going to be expressing my thoughts on the most recent drama that I've heard that's been going around in the Fortnite creative community. And it's all to do with creators like Gearsy basically abusing the stuff and getting other people's maps taken down. And all that stuff. So yeah, this is it's gonna be a very unusual video of me to do this because I never really often do videos on this channel express my opinion on drama, but it's been such a big thing I've seen going around, and I feel like it's important that I address, especially when I used to be a major part of the creative community, and then I obviously left it. But yeah, I think this is worth being addressed. So it started off when some person, forgot what was it which person was it map taken down, yeah, the OxyFN, where basically he did some map where it was like something to the pit, it was like a pink ranked or something, if I remember correctly. And then basically he would basically made that tweet saying about how like 7 days before payout his biggest map he spent weeks on basically got taken down with no explanation, no email, no DM, and no warning. That was on March 24th, about a week ago, as of me recording this. And then a few days later, he then got an email from Gearsy, who striked the map, even though he had a trademark on the name Pit and not Pit. Where's my thought on this? Like, the word Pit is nothing that crazy, Gearsy. Like, just, you need to grow up. I'll admit, I've been a fan of playing the pit as well because I used to play it. I used a lot. Some of my friends did, um, and also, you know, I've also played. I used to play a lot on my live streams, and it was a good map for XP. But he's basically, sadly, he's abusing the system. It's not just that map. There's other maps like BHE and the maps like BHE and Revis Blue maps that have their own problems in with trying to encourage people to play it more through methods that aren't really great. We'll talk more about that soon. Um, but no offense, Gearsy, you don't own the word pit. And if I remember correctly, there was a screenshot where he even said that the pit was just his own, they made it was his own version, and I think the original version came from Minecraft, if I remember correctly. So you don't own the word You don't own the idea of the word pit, Gearsy. You don't, even though you had flipping trademark. And the thing is, there's still similar copies, similar maps of the pit are different, and then it's the OxyFN, and it's all it's messed up. I don't want this video to be like let's say a video of me just speaking trash about. Yes, I don't want this video to look like that because of YouTube's community guidelines, but it's just not right. Like you don't like pit is nothing that special word. Like it can be used in a variety of different contexts. Um, and it's illegal. It's literally got trademark on it as well, and he's still taking down other maps. And unfortunately, Fortnite haven't really done much about this. As far as what I'm aware, they don't seem to give a care much about this. And we just unfortunately we're seeing other big creators just abusing stuff in their own way. I'll address more on the BHE and Rev vs Blue in a minute stuff, but yeah. But they basically going back to Gears, yeah. And then shortly after all this, Cypher PK made a tweet saying about how pinging Fortnite creates saying if they're just letting these people or they're just letting people abuse the system and all that stuff. And then I believe Fortnite made a tweet saying creative freedom is essential to game dev, and we believe this is a game genre that other creators should be able to build on, not just like Battle Royale. But unfortunately, Gersey, I think he just clearly wants to be the. I think he more cares about him being in the lead. It's almost like he's being a bit selfish or anything, and thinking that he's the only one who can do the pit when you flipping can't. Like the don't go with the pit. Like I do like the map, but what's really the pit when it comes to the map? It's literally just flipping, 1v1 map. You have every gun, and then you just drop down to a pit. Like it's nothing that crazy, and you're still taking down other people's maps. Like sounds very stupid, and yeah, there's been so much controversy. I mean, it's hard for me to tell you when I used to have a lot of controversy as well, but as well as we found out. This video isn't about me. This is about Suffigasi and other creators abusing stuff. And then Cypher PK made that other tweet about saying that where Gersey was saying things like saying they haven't spoken to a lawyer and saying what's the difference, need to find the difference between trademark and copyright. And then Cypher PK replied saying, "Go speak to your parents about not being a little bitch." I mean, if I'm gonna have to agree with Cypher on this though. I mean, he literally is speaking facts on the situation and trying to call out Gearsy for this, and we'll just have to see if other creators are gonna. I'm curious if other major creators are gonna do the same thing what Cypher did. I mean, we'll just have to see what happens, really. But this situation is messed up. Cypher also made a minute video about. This is where it specifically calls out on the pit and the viewers. But basically, we're basically. So there's maps like the pit that I just mentioned, and there's other maps such as there's other maps I believe such as what was it the Red vs Blue map. I can't remember which one. I'm trying to remember which Red vs Blue map it was. The Crazy Red vs Blue, which I don't know where that is. Yeah, the Crazy Red vs Blue. This one and BHE, as well as the pit. These three, they're all like doing their own, trying to do their own ways of people getting to like the map over stuff that's kind of like especially on the pit, like there was a video Saf PK made where basically they encourage him to like where they basically they encourage people to like the map so they can to get certain things when it's just nothing. And I heard there's a similar thing with the Red vs Blue and the Crazy Red vs Blue and the BHE map. Essentially, it looks like some of these top creators are literally just trying to abuse it and try and they're kind of the ones being selfish. I mean, at the end of the day, they think they are just desperate to be ahead of the competition. I mean, I get that people want I get the top creators are trying to be ahead of the competition, but at the same time, you got to be at the same time that like you lot are all being so abusive with the system, such Gearsy. And then I've just been sent a tweet from Dylan. And about a tweet, and I must have posted yikes, and then typical gamers saying these are the most popular maps, and there's nothing done about this by FN creator, and it sends a bad message to other map creators and creates a snowball effect of suddenly tags to receive likes, favorites, such abusing the discovery system, and that's exactly what BHE, the pit, and the Crazy Red vs Blue are doing, and I'm quite concerned if other maps are going to do this, and I'm very sorry to those who are still fans of it, but as in my response to this, I don't want to play any of these free maps anymore, or at least for a while, because why should we be playing maps honestly that are abusing the system? It just doesn't feel fair. And then you get some of those other smaller creators in the creative community that literally spend hours upon hours working the hardest, and they didn't get any attention and all of that. Like let's talk about the creative community. Some people are just way too overrated. Like I think the pit that map and Gizzy is so overrated. Yeah, I know it gets popular, and it's a good map some people like, but it's way too overrated. Like there's other maps that's better. It literally again the pit is just nothing crazy coming over maps. Literally, it's just bunch of weapons and all that stuff. So yeah, just a bunch of weapons and you drop into the pit. Again, red versus blue. Nothing too crazy. You just get a bunch of guns. It's just a bunch of guns, and you just fight against another team. I'm not saying they're bad like others, but it's very compared to like the other ideas that creators have, that the other map creators come up with, and they don't get much attention. It's just a little ridiculous to me. And then Top Gamer, sorry, it's not Top Gamer, it's a Typical Gamer, sorry. Then the currencies of the MCA in Crave is just a joke. And I still think Discovery still needs to get better on all that stuff. Like, literally, again, like some of these maps, I'd argue, are way too overrated, where, again, others are just so underrated. Um, it's honestly ridiculous. And this is weird as of someone who used to have a lot of controversy in the Crave community, but seeing all of this and what I've experienced, it's all facts really, um, and all that. Now, I do also want to. Not this video isn't just about. No, this video ain't just about me addressing the controversy around. This ain't just around the controversy around Gearsy and the others. It's also the the mini battle royale side of the Crave community. I also want to address in this video as well. So. Credit to Dylan for Crocodile who's with me right now for getting all the information. And all that stuff. But honestly, this is the mini BR community in creative is just absolutely ridiculous. At the moment, like we've seen many people quit, like or very inactive, like people like Bad Dominator, and like Dragon King and others who used to be very well known. Like they've kind of quit. The mini BR side of the creative community is just like practically dead. And I'm sure we can all agree. And then you get people like Jackass, which, who recently is doing that Apollo late game. I'm sorry, but no offense to that map. It looks similar to Fortnite Chapter 2. And I remember, I'm sure all of you remember, Fortnite specifically said that they can't like remake any of their old Battle Royale maps other than Chapter 1 because of like copyright. And Jackass like kind of acts like a company, and literally, I was saying this earlier with Dylan and I think a couple of others. I think one other. No, I think it was just Dylan. I was saying so earlier. That I feel like that map is going to get taken down. Like, no offense, Jackass, but your map, it's just basically you remaking Chapter 2. So I wouldn't be surprised if Fortnite's going to do something about it, or at least have something to say because you. Yeah, Apollo Late Game, which is supposed to be Chapter 2, yeah, it's a remake of the Chapter 2 map. I've seen the trailer. It looks so similar to Chapter 2. Well, it basically is Chapter 2. And there's a comment, checking the pinned comment on one of his videos, and where was it? Trying to find the pinned comment on his trailer, yeah, where he said, copyright notice, we are aware of Epic's copyright on Fortnite Chapter recreation. They've been careful to ensure Apollo Game does not infringe on these rights. And it says, please note that this is not about recreation. It's a late game set and recreation about around POIs. But basically, Jackass is just recreating the Chapter 2 map. So I wouldn't be surprised if Epic are going to do something about this because it's basically remaking the Chapter 2 map. So, and I want, as Dylan's made a fair point, and I think others, Jackass kind of just acts like a company. Like, I'm sorry, this video is literally about me kind of having a go at certain creators, but honestly, you either get ones like Gearsy who are like abusing and taking other maps down with it based off something that doesn't own, and then you get other sides like the mini BR community being dead, and then Jackass copying, flipping remaking Fortnite Chapter 2 when you literally could risk that being taken down. Well, yes, the pinned comment tells us he still seems to acknowledge that, so at the very least he is aware of it, but I don't know if he's aware about it enough. You can all remember literally that the Fortnite literally said that they don't allow remakes of other, they're not allowing other remakes of of the old past Battle Royale maps except for Chapter 1. But even then you can't make money off of it due to copyright, so yeah, Jackass and any other fans of Jackass, if you're watching this video, I wouldn't be surprised if Epic have something to say about it, because I'm sorry, although I missed the Fortnite Chapter 2 map, I'm not in support of it because it's flipping it's gonna infringe rights, I bet you. Although he claims he does, I wouldn't be surprised if it does. And I'd be very surprised if Epic don't do anything about it, because yeah, and then again you just have creators. And then you have creators again who just don't get enough attraction that they should be getting. And yeah, so I think we've really said everything in this video. I'm sure I don't know if there's anything I've missed. And if any of this drama around Gearsy gets worse, or if the stuff or the controversy or this Jacko stuff continues, then maybe I'll make a follow-up video. But to take away from this video, in the summary, people like Gearsy, you need to just stop being the way you are. Honestly, like, you don't own the word pit. Like, it can be used in a variety of contexts, and then you also on top of that encourage getting other maps taken down when you basically you don't even own, and then you also have other maps like not only the pit, but other maps like BHE and um, Red vs Blue, the Crazy Red vs Blue, and probably other maps that literally are doing tactics to literally to receive likes and favorites to abuse the discovery system. Like, the discovery system is absolutely messed up still because of some of those creators, and let's just hope that the other creators, other top creators, that don't follow suit. And then, so yeah, that's summarized at the end here. And then Jackass, honestly, you should think twice about doing the Apollo late game. I don't believe it's going to work out, especially because of what Epic said. So I wouldn't be surprised if you get in trouble, or at the very least, Epic being aware about it. And then to finish off, as the outro for this video, some creators just don't get enough attraction they deserve. Like, I've seen very many good maps that literally are so much better than these other maps that literally are way too overrated, and those maps that have potential to look so good just don't get enough attraction, and it's unfair. So the creative community is a mess, and this is coming from someone that's been in a lot of mess in the creative community. So yeah, if more drama progresses, I'll be sure to make up another video on this. But yeah, anyway, thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to. And again, if this drama gets continued worse, I'll make another video on it. But for now, I will catch you next time. And thank you again, Dylan, for providing with the screenshots. Otherwise, it would have took me longer to find it myself. Anyway, goodbye.